Hello everyone, this is Anil and you are watching the YouTube channel Neelkamal classes. So I welcome you all in my YouTube channel, and if you are new on this channel, then I request you to subscribe the channel, like the video, give your comment and share this video if possible. So now we are studying Lagrangian dynamics. So I have made two videos before this one. In last video we were discussing about um, coordinate system. In coordinate system we have seen that coordinate, spherical coordinate, cylindrical coordinate, or between relation to them, and these things we have seen. So in there you are thinking that we got that different formula at last. But if you will see there, so that time you will observe that while considering we have chosen means I have taken k in the place of r, theta in the place of phi, and phi in the place of theta. So if you will exchange all these things, you will get at last that same formula only. So this thing, don't worry about that. Means while considering, because actually formula is correct, but while considering, if you will see general formula in other books, that time you may get confused. That means while driving we got that formula, why it is written like this. So if you exchange to each other, means to all, then you will get same formula. So no need to worry about that. So let us start today's topic. What is today's topic we are going to start? Today's topic is our today's topic is degree of freedom. So what is degree of freedom? This is our topic today, and for better understanding, I am adding one thing of particle. So we will see the degree of freedom of a particle. So what is that? So before introducing this thing, let me take one real life example. Think that if you are a school student and someone is asked you about your location or position in your school. So what will you say? For defining you in your school, then you will say random person. So belong from your school, and he don't know which school you are studying, like that. He don't know anything about you. So what you will say? You will introduce tell him school name. You will tell course, class, roll number. All these things you will. So if you are telling him school name, so before telling all this, there are many schools. So when you introduce that I am schooling that school, so let me take X, Y, that school. So now he got idea that you are studying in that school. After telling that your course, let me take it first class. After telling your class, let me take example you are studying in that class. So he got to know that you are studying in that school, your class is there. So some basic idea he got to know. Now if he you will tell his course, your course, because if you are not telling his course, your course, then there will be many courses. Maybe you belong from art. Possibilities that you are from science. You are science student. You are art student. You are commerce student. So for this, and you should know about your course. Let me take your course is science. After that, in science also there will be many students. Let me take your roll number is 12. So after now with 4 information, he know your everything he know about your position in your classroom. Means what is the exact note? If you imagine, then he know it means position in your classroom. So and second thing, if let me now introduce the definition of a degree of freedom. So degree of freedom is nothing but for a particle. Okay, degree will define it later. So now these things, now he know about you. Similarly, let me take a relative example. This is real life example, but this is not related to science. Let me take one example that this is x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. This is let me consider one room, and in which all with that room is filled by ball, and all the books with balls are red colors, and among them one is black color. So there are many balls in room. Like this, and similarly, it is not looking to it is 2D. So in there is one in z axis also there are many balls. Okay, and among them one ball is black. Let me consider this ball is black color. Having black color. And what happens? You open means you came in room and you saw that okay, you found that ball position. That okay, this ball is here. After that, you went outside and your friend told that I need that black color ball. So you want to tell him that ball is there where. So he will come to your room and you will tell him that for defining that ball, what will you say? You will say that that ball is fifth number in x coordinate. Similarly, let me make one for better understanding. Let me take row 1. This. This is the room and this is filled by room and this is the left gate. So this is the room and for telling this one, let me take this is z axis, x axis, y axis. So you are telling that this is fifth ball from in x axis. Yani you are defining x axis. You gave him one information that in x axis that is fifth ball. So after that we are not sure because after in x axis there are many balls. So now what you will say? What will you say? You will tell him that third ball in y axis. So now two information you gave and third ball in and this was fifth ball. Now if you observe in 3D, this is 2D. So you are thinking that now we know exact location of ball. But what do you see? There are many balls. This ball upper side means there the one ball will be there here like this. Many balls will be there. So define also we should know about z axis. So let me take that it coordinate that is z number will be first ball on this one. This is so after giving 3 information you found the location of that ball. This is the so now I think you got basic idea about that. Now let me introduce the definition of degree of freedom. So degree of freedom is nothing but to define a particle in this space. In this space, to define a location of particles, the minimum number of required independent coordinates. What is coordinates? X coordinate, Y coordinate, Z coordinate, and it may be R theta phi. Sorry, R phi theta. R phi theta. We can define like this. So required number of minimum independent coordinate to define a position of particle, which is called degree of freedom. So for defining the position of this particle, how many coordinates we require? 3 coordinates. So degree means we can say that minimum number of required coordinates 3. Similarly, if I want to ask you, let me go. Generally, you got basic idea that for a position of a particle, we need x coordinate, y coordinate. For generally, we have 3 coordinates, we require 3. Similarly, if I have 2 particles, then this what we are considering this for one particle. If I had 2 particles, then that means I have one particle here, second particle. So for the understanding this one, let me take another example because I think you understood it well, but or there should be means no doubt should not be there. Any doubt should not be there. For that, let me consider more example. We are considering same room, and I am considering that there is a one bird flying in that room. So for that flying in there, at t time, let me consider the bird position. At starting it was 0, t time it went here. So at t time, to define the position of that bird, how many coordinates I require? 3 coordinates. We will see that I will see. Let me make it like this. So I should know about this one. Bird is there in that room. So I should know this means what is the height of that bird flying. What is the how much distance is from z axis in z axis. And now I know what is the height z axis. Then I should know that how much distance it have from x axis in x axis also. So similarly, if I go about two birds, then 3 unknowns are there for here. What is that? X, Y, Z. Similarly, 3 things are unknown here also. Let me consider x1, y1, z1. So what is the total number? So I should know 6 unknown numbers are there for me. 16. Because for one bird I should know XYZ, what is the X axis, how much distance it is covering, Y axis, how much it is covering. That similarly for second also I should know 3. So total number of that required or independent coordinates is 6. If I want to show in another coordinate, another way, I can say that the bird can, if I degree of freedom we are seeing now. So to correlate, I am telling to relate this example to that. Bird can fly. This bird can fly 3 directions, right? It may go in this direction. It may go upward. It may go this side and upper side. So this thing in 3 coordinates it may fly. So for 3 they are there. For this one also it may 3. So total number of independent coordinates are there. Or a total number of freedom, number of degree of freedom is 6 for this one, because independent, because bird are free now. Now bird is free, so they can, both bird can fly. We need 3 coordinates to define that bird, or 6 coordinates for both the bird, and the degree of freedom is 6 for that. So now what I am doing, let me, or if I go in another detail, then if I ask you again that if there are n number of birds, so for that how many coordinates I require to define them, or for find the location for all the bird. So for that one, Pakka you will say that it is for one particles or for one bird. Let us come back for particles. So for one particles we require 3 coordinates. So n particle we will require 3 n coordinates. Now n particle, but what if I gave some limitation of that? This is the simple thing. Now we are moving to actual part of our actual chapter. Now our means main chapter is going to start. What if I can give some limitation on that? What limitation I will? Let me see. Okay, let me take y is z. Sorry, otherwise that coordinate system will be disturbed. So for this one, let me give that bird is or particle can move in, or what will not move in z direction, means z coordinate is 0. What does that mean? Particle is moving in xy plane now. So for defining that particle, for location of a particle, how many coordinates I require? Before that I required 3 coordinates. Now z coordinate I know that is 0, means it's not changing. So how many I require? 2 coordinates. So if I see that before there was 3 coordinates, now 1. So I require 2 coordinates. Okay. Now again what I am doing, I will do that the particle is moving only in y axis. Means what is that means? Our z coordinate is 0, x coordinate is 0, and the particle is moving y coordinate only. So change, what is changing? Y. So for that one we can. So 2 cancel and I need 1 coordinate. Simply if I go over diagram, then our y that it is moving in y axis, so x becomes 0 because it's not moving in x axis. Our x coordinate is 0, z coordinate 0, our left out 1. So for defining that particle I need 1 coordinate. So why I am telling this then? Because I want to introduce one formula, that is what is there. For free particle I need require 3 n coordinate. And if I give a limitation, how many? Here I kept 1 limitation, that time I need 2 coordinates. Needed 2 coordinates. After that I kept 2 limitations, then I need 1 coordinate. So how many number of limitation I am keeping, that number of degree of freedom or that required that defined number of coordinate is decreasing. So this is our formula. So this is what is that? This is number of minimum independent coordinate. That is independent coordinate to define the location of a particle. So to define the number of coordinate to number of minimum independent coordinate to define. Sorry. To define the location of particle will be 3 minus k. What is the formula? So in real life, k will what will be? K will be, we will keep some restriction and what to say that for example, if I see with these things we will see when we will study the constant. So that time it will be more clear to you. Now I'm not getting remember any example. So that's it. So that what is limitation we are keeping, that is known as constant. Constant. So that thing. So next topic is that one only. So we will study till now. Now today we will study because we require 3 coordinates, and after that the limit number of coordinate constants we will get, that will be minus, and we will see all these things. So next topic is that one. So we will meet in next class. Or I want to say that now if you want to move in next class now only, so after getting video ready we will keep the video link in description, so you can go directly move to the next video directly. So thank you, we will meet in next class.